Welcome back to the Can Wine Podcast. I guess we're technically in this intercession after Season 4, but we'll call it Season 4 Bonus Episode 2. And we've completed our Cantastic journey, which took us all around the world, and we've kind of brought it home with this one. This week's can, which we'll get to shortly, is from New York. And our wine nerd word of the week, well, we're not going to go too formal this week. It's recreation. You guys figure it out. Whatever you do for recreation, enjoy it, and maybe enjoy it with some canned wine. I know we will. And our can of the week, we have a special guest, probably the only person in Saskatchewan that has a this particular can. Are you there, Catherine?
I'm here, Brad.
Oh, great. And what is our can of the week?
Today we're going to be opening the Marl Dry Rosé. It's in a 250 ml can, 12% alcohol by volume, and comes from a winery just down the way from you, I believe.
Yeah, across the river and upstream a little bit. And it does say that they are a sustainable wine grower certified, so that's one of the interesting things. The Ben Marl Winery is run by the Spaccarelli family, and they do a fine job of promoting it. They are having currently a Sangria Fest, which they're advertising and announcing on social media. You can find, they have quite a presence on Instagram and a few things like that. So they always like our posts when we post it up to them. And they claim, it's not a claim to fame, but they do have New York license #1 for wine growers, and the winery itself is the oldest continuously operating winery in America. So that's of interest. I know the Brothers Winery in New Windsor claims to be the first winery, but I don't know if they need a cage match to figure that out. But they're both well established and have been pioneers in this sort of thing. What can we say about this wine? Do you have any information on it?
Well, I was looking at a number of sites that were describing the wine, just trying to get a bit of a sense of what we're going to be drinking, and they all said slightly different things, and sometimes quite wildly different things. So I'll be curious to see what it tastes like and kind of compare where my palate lands among these other tasting notes that have been
exactly and
written about.
This is this your second or third season where you've been helping us out opening a few wines?
Yeah, this is the third season, and this is definitely not our first Ben Marl can either. This might be our third or maybe even fourth. And I have to, every single time we talk about them, I just have to say how beautiful that watercolor of the Hudson Valley on their label is. It's by far, we don't usually play favorites, but it's my favorite of all the cans we open.
And
I love this.
Truthfully, I drive around that. It's up in Marlborough, which is the next town up from Newburgh, and I spend a lot of time in Balmville, and not so much with wine, but doing my tree gig, and it does actually look like that. It looks
it's real pretty.
The view I get is usually from the other side, looking over here, and it's quite extensive. And there were family members from the Delano family, the Roosevelts. There was some of their aunts lived up in that area, and there were some big estates there. But there also was some wineries and a lot of religious schools. Mount St. Mary and these kind of places are located in that Newburgh, Balmville area. So it's a very historic area, and certainly have some very interesting wine shops there too. So I'm excited to open this one too, and being that this is our bonus episode, I don't think we should delay it anymore. We should get ready to open it. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Hey, okay. I definitely, lots of berry smells. It's a beautiful rosé color.
Oh, it's lovely.
We have had many different shades of rosé, but I haven't seen this rosé since last year's forest fires. This was the color of the sunsets last year here.
Oh, wow. Looks like watermelon juice color.
Basically, yeah. Sort of a brownish, and it's fairly dry.
Yeah, it is dry. It's interesting. I'm trying not to be influenced by all the flavors that I was reading about.
I am tasting the strawberry notes, that's for sure.
That is consistent amongst all the descriptions, and I agree.
Yeah.
The strawberry
And
is
where
definitely there.
where did I find this? Well, I found it at Viscount Liquors across the river. I don't know that you can see that the winery from there, but if you could, get up a couple 100 feet, you could, because they're right across the river in Wappingers Falls on Route 9, and it's like to me it looks like a grocery store that was turned into a wine and liquor store. It's huge, and they have a pretty good selection, fewer than they did 5 years ago of cans, but they always have some local Ben Marl there, and sometimes they have some stuff from Long Island, and I think they had Pinot Project wines, but they have a good selection. And certainly at a good price point. This was not a premium price point wine for something that's pretty decent. And we had the Chardonnay, I think, before, and we might have had one of their red wines, and they were all very well made. So the Spaccarellis are very competent winemakers, and I'm sure they throw a pretty good party with their Sangria Fest. The first version was on the 18th, which I had too much stuff going on. The second one I think might be like August 1st, or maybe August 1st. I'm gonna try and get up there, but I can't say if I will or not. Summers are very busy here, between all of the lawn mowing and gardening and that kind of thing. To make a 1 hour trip up there, and then you have to get a driver and all these kind of things. It would be nice, and I'd like to. I think they have some good food offerings that would go with it. I mean, this would go well with pasta, or they say salmon bruschetta. Today we had very nice ravioli made with a fresh sauce made from our own tomatoes. The tomatoes are ripe and they're ready to be made into sauce or whatever you want. But it was a fantastic meal. It's a little later here. We're approaching, coming up to 9 o'clock in New York. It's 6:30 or so in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, it's about 6:30 here. Yeah, so I haven't had dinner yet. I'm going to make. I'm going away on the weekend, so I'm trying to heat down like the veg and things. So I'm going to do just in the what's that thing called? Air fryer. I'm going to do all the veg that I've got left that I don't want to go bad, and then I'm going to make up some pasta, throw it in there with some basil, some parm. I think I might have a bit of pesto left, maybe some walnuts. We'll just sort of clean out the fridge, but whatever it is, nicely with this, I'm sure.
Oh, that would be great. And I know you can't see this yet because you don't see the actual. We don't do this in kind of a. I think we should see if we could do it in a Zoom format or something, maybe while we're on bonus episodes, and so we could actually see each other while we're drinking these beverages. But I'm wearing a red Canadian Ranger shirt that a good friend of mine gave me. I don't know where he got it. It was a Value Village, or if he found it at some remote community that he was at. But the Canadian Rangers are a 5,000 member, primarily Indigenous and local residents of the North that provide important guiding and really sovereignty things for the North. If they see anything out of place, they report it back, and it's a trying to think of the term of it. It's a kind of a subdivision of the Canadian Armed Forces, and like a reserve group, I think you would say, like a militia, and that's what they do since 1947. They've been officially organized and out on their snowmobiles, dog sleds, canoes, whatever. They're out patrolling the north. So, and if there's a fire or anything like that, they're called in to help with logistics and helping out with all that stuff. So cheers to the Canadian Rangers. Keep up the good work, guys. And I had worn this shirt one time before when I was at a cabin out in Croton Point about a year ago, and I saw it today, and I thought, well, I'll be speaking to a Canadian today, so I would wear my Canadian shirt. So cheers for that. And good luck with the forest fires up there. It's a big problem.
It is. I mean, we're getting, actually, it's funny because we're getting smoke here today, but it's actually blowing up from the U.S. onto us. So we're blowing it down onto you, and you're blowing it from, I think, maybe Montana, California.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, Washington, that way, coming from the southwest and blowing into our area. So
exactly.
yeah, it's a big problem everywhere.
Was it? Yeah, I think it was Ricky would say, "What goes around is all around." So we can at least, if you can't quote the Trailer Park Boys, you really could lose your Canadian badge. And that and a bleep nami would finish this off. This is a tasty wine, very smooth.
It's really nice. I'm sometimes a bit hit and miss with rosé, but this one I would absolutely buy again, drink again. Mm-hmm. It's really nice. I think sometimes they're a little sweeter than I like.
Yeah.
The one we did the last time was definitely sweeter. It was a blend, and it was or a wine product, I guess, and it was definitely sweeter. Even though I think it was 0 sugar, then.
Oh, that Basque one. Yeah.
It
was kind of a constructed beverage, yeah.
Yeah, but this one's really. I am getting like a little bit more of that minerally taste, and it does have kind of a nice medium kind of body to it. And I like it a lot. I wish I could have some more.
Yeah. Well, we won't have the Canadian Rangers give you a supply mission, but we can. We might have some way of, the Underground Wine Railroad will get it up there, because currently I don't think there's any Canadian wines officially being sold in America, or American wines officially being sold in Canada.
Right, yeah. So in Saskatchewan and Alberta there are still some, but the rest of the country.
They sold off the stock they had, and they've stuck with it, so. Oh, well.
Yeah.
That actually, the whole tariff thing, I think, has had a real impact on the international competition, who has announced that this is their last season. So starts on the 29th. They're going to do that up in Northern California, and they will wrap things up. They're really great experts and really great wines. It's unfortunate, but changes in the marketplace is what Alan Green pointed out, and he said it's sort of run its course, and they're shutting her down. So it was a good 8-year run. Congratulations, guys, and congratulations again, Alan, on your recent wedding. Fantastic. We do have a very few of these real nice New York postcards left for anybody that wants to answer our head scratcher, and I will fill in with that. I'm going to shout out a special thanks to Catherine. We really appreciate you taking time out of your day. And for those of you that don't know, she provides us with these really great artistic shots of the wine. And it really is a very talented photographer for selfies and wine shots. So we enjoy looking at them. We put them in the intro. And I hope you enjoy your wine with us.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's been an absolute pleasure once again to do a bonus episode and to be wrapping up my season 3, I guess, your season 4.
Yeah, well, this coming season will be 5 years of opening cans, more than 200 cans. I need to have an official statistician go back through Spotify and YouTube and all the different formats we've had and just say, hey, you guys have done 200 and some episodes. I think it's around 200 and some, but we would have to figure that out. And it's been fun, and there's been some repeats, although never exactly the same wine because you get different vintages, so it can be very different that way. But it's been fun, and I've learned a lot about wine. I mean, in researching this, took me back to my college days with Ron Jackson, and I'd like to take that course again. I think I'd get a lot more out of it, but unfortunately I'm 1,000 miles away, and he's not teaching it anymore. So if anyone gets a chance, take a course in viticulture. It really would show you what kind of craft and there's literally thousands of years of development in these wines. Although some of the wines actually date back hundreds, if not thousands of years because of the cloning. The actual wines you're tasting, the grapes, were the same ones that they were growing 1,000 years ago. They just keep cutting and cloning and cutting and cloning. So it's really interesting that way. But I'm rambling on. Again, thanks, Catherine. Appreciate it. And hope your weather is improving there. We had a tornado watch here today and a lot of rain.
Wow.
I'm tracking my rain gauge. It's right out by I'm growing some Niagara vines here this year, and they're doing quite well. I'm going to get them growing onto the trellis of the deck, and maybe someday I'll have some eating grapes at least. They're more of a table grape than a vinting grape, but I figured, I'm going to talk about wine. I should at least try and grow some grapes. So I saw those and I thought, yeah, I'll try it. So I got that in. I've cleaned up our backyard, and we're planting all kind of trees, and unearthed an old foundation from a shed there, and it's always an adventure here. So that's what's been keeping us busy. And shouting out today to Andrew from Wappingers Falls and his wife. It was great seeing you guys the other day at the Dosa Diner, and always fun. I know you live quite close to Viscount Wines and Liquors, so feel free to go and check out their selections, and maybe you can cross the river to Sangria Fest and check that out as well. That sounds like it would be a lot of fun. Also to David Squibb, somebody I follow on YouTube and Facebook. He's recently had a bit of a health setback, and we hope that he makes a speedy recovery. And we're glad that they were able to get him up to Anchorage and get him all fixed up. So good on you, and make a speedy recovery, David. We appreciate all your comments and your insights into things that are going on. So our head scratcher, we like to wrap up with a head scratcher and keep people thinking. What number was the wine license that was issued to Ben Marl Wines? Was it number 47? Was it number 63? Listen to the episode and you'll remember which one it was. Anything else you might like to add, Catherine?
No, just thanks. Thanks for including me in this. It's been lots of fun, and I look forward to next season.
Some of the ideas you have on a beach work out, I was drinking a can of wine in Stamford on the beach there, and somebody suggested you should have a podcast, and I was holding a can of, I don't remember what the wine was. I'd have to check my photos and see what beverage I was drinking that day. But I had gotten it from Fairway when they used to have a Fairway down there, which was cool. And they had a good selection of canned wines, and I figured, I'll get a canned wine. I don't think it was a rosé. We rounded up all the rosés during our rosé roundup, so these must have been this one was a stray, and I thought, we'd have it now. So at any rate, I got onto Anchor, and Anchor was a fantastic podcast format. It was really easy to do. I could edit it and get everything done in about a half an hour, and I quite enjoyed doing just the audio only ones, but then realized that you should probably it's a very visual media, and it's nice for people to take a look at the wine and say, oh, that's a beautiful color. And they also like to hear the pitch and the thing, so I found that out early. But that was 4 years ago, and how many cans we've opened, it's been very good. So we will be back next fall. I don't know necessarily, the frequency might be slightly adjusted because we'll have a few less wines. We'll without the international competition, we did feature a lot of wines that were in there. So we'll see what we can do. But cheers and enjoy your wine. Thank you for tuning in to the Can Wine Podcast. We'll keep you busy, opening a few wines through the summer. Maybe we'll try a remote location. Hard to say. There's always something we can do that is a little bit out of character and stuff. I know, was it the first or second year we did something called Spirit Week, where I tried to open a bunch of RTDs. They're called Ready to Drinks, which was I had whiskey and a gin and tonic and a White Russian that was, it was like getting hit in the forehead with an axe. It was so strong I couldn't believe it. I don't think I'll do a Spirit Week again this year, but I am thinking of doing opening a beer that I picked up when we went down on the long weekend, the 4th of July thing. We went to Mystic, Connecticut, and they have a beer that they have there it's part of the Mystic Aquarium, and it's interestingly they use it to promote the beluga whales there. So it's called a Beluga Blondie, and I mean, having drank 53 cans of wine, it was quite a refreshing change to have a can of beer. I was like, hey, this stuff is good. So I've got a can, I brought it back, bought a glass, and I may actually just do a solo Beluga Blondie episode. So that's a bit of a heads up for people. Don't be surprised when I open a beer. I mean, other than I've opened beer the last first April Fool's Days, but this will be a serious episode. So remember, as always, enjoy responsibly, and just because it comes in a can doesn't mean you could drink and drive your car, boat, snowmobile, anything. Just calm down, people. Go home, have your beverage, and enjoy it. The Canned Wine Podcast is a Center Stage production. All rights reserved.